Right, hello.
Hello.
It's episode 2 of the podcast. Today we are in Bluebell Woods,
Yes.
and I've got with me Tom Barry,
Hello.
who's cut his lip while shaving, so he might
Yep.
be bleeding this episode.
Yep. As you do.
Right. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about Tom's experience in the music industry.
Oh,
And
yes.
he's actually got a further education than me and Henry did, as he's on his second year, going on to
Year
his
above,
third
innit?
year.
Or a couple of years, yeah.
Yeah, he's the same age, but I just took a while to get into the college. But he's higher education, and he's ran some events and etc. So we'd probably have a good experience with the music industry.
Yeah, I mean, I've helped out a few different events, helping mainly as a sound assistant. Did stuff for someone called Rusty Egan, who was in the band called Visage, and that was fun. It was Blitz Club 80s night. I've done various gigs with someone called Neil March, under his various music projects and stuff. Before that I did High Society, which was events thing but not specifically music, which is a good background. And the most recent thing we were doing is we put on a gig, Mannequin Flowers, in a venue called Signature Brew in Haggerston, Hackney, and that was a bunch of shoegaze bands we put on stuff. Got about 100 tickets sold in total, so about £900 gross and £700 net overall. And overall it was very successful. Yeah, so I'm quite active at that moment in a band called Crisol Rust, which is a Colombian post-rock band, and we're getting to grips with the scene, and I've been really getting to the windmill scene, which is this new scene that's happening around, well, relatively new since the early 2020s in London. It's been described as the most influential rock scene of the 2020s so far. Bands like Black Country New Road, Black Midi, Squid, Geese, all get inspired, or if not from that scene specifically. It's a very good example how an organic scene can grow, and through just going out at these venues, I've managed to make loads of connections, including with Spanish Horses, who's Jarvis Cocker's son in there, playing gigs hopefully with the Murters soon, and playing gigs with Geordie Creep, saxophonist. Geordie Creep is from a band called Black Midi. Yeah, it's all been quite successful.
Different types of musicians and whatnot.
Yes, exactly. Over summer, I'll be working hopefully with Venue Exchange, doing various stage building, sort of helping out the Venter Fringe, doing stage management and sound teching a bit.
This is what I was
So
talking about
nice.
last time when I did it with Henry, that the biggest thing especially about uni and the music industry in general, is connections.
Yes, of course. And a lot of the time, it's the place you're at, not just the course. We didn't meet that many people through uni. We did, obviously, and that was helpful, very helpful, but it was being in the area of London, being in that scene, which really helped us specifically. So yeah, hopefully being trained towards stage rigging in the future and such, so I'm hoping to do, which is when you go really high up, and like rope work, stuff like that.
Yeah, even when you're only doing like a performance course, you can go on to a uni and do like, a production course, or like what Tom's doing. Of course I
love events, festival management.
Live events and festival management.
ICMP, and so it is quite relevant to the stuff that I am now currently doing, and I eventually just want to get a specialised stage tech role, do various stage management roles, festival work, as well as being part of my band as well, so nice little mix.
Yeah, mate. I mean, yeah, if you're doing like obviously event running, that sort of thing that you're on your course, that doesn't mean necessarily that you can't still go and perform, because you can manage the events and still play at them,
Yeah,
at least
exactly.
then you can cater that event and
It also
get
helps
ready.
to get promotional experience. If you can promote, you can put on your own nights, play your own band if you want.
Yeah,
as
mate.
long as you know and can sell, and you have trust with the venue. But the most important thing with the venue is that relationship of trust. If they trust that you are going to bring people and stuff, then it's a lot easier, and it goes both ways, But promoting is itself a very high risk thing. You have more risk in the band, you have high risk in the venue, higher risk in the agent, and so it is a lot of responsibility going to that type of stuff.
100%, mate.
So
100%.
I wouldn't use it as a main career line, but it's good as something on the side for connections and just to get involved. Do it for the fun of it, of course.
Hang on, we'll set our camera up in a nice spot so you can see each other as we talk.
Yep. So, what else do you want to discuss, Harry?
Whoa. How was the move from your uni course, or from Platform 1 course to your uni course?
Well, of course I finished I finished platform
Hang on, let
one
me
in
move
about
up so Tom can get in the camera.
in late September. It was quite smooth going to ICMP. I had got all the qualifications I needed and such, and it did help a bit compared to those other people in my class who have already had that professional experience in their mid to late 20s. I had a basis in platform one, which at least allowed me to be somewhat technically knowledgeable around the same stuff they did and stuff. A lot of the skills were transferable and stuff. A lot of the time the years are quite similar. First year of uni is generally the stuff that would be discussed at a level 3 BTEC college. Yeah, you can transition quite smoothly between them.
And why did you, Tom, decide to go to uni? What made you want to go?
Well, I mainly decided to go to uni as a general way of getting connections with bands and stuff. A way of getting the skills for nights out and stuff. Generally, while I went to uni, connections through classmates and lecturers as well. You know, helping out, and it's became what I wanted generally. So I'm very happy about it. Also, there's a lot of transferable skills we learn through management, touring, logistics. And we literally put on an event as part of our course, so it's very, very practical course. It's a very vocational course, which a lot of courses can lack that element sometimes, and so it's very helpful, especially in a place like the music industry where that's hard to come by when it's very vocational based. So yeah, that's generally why I chose the course I did and what I've been doing.
Talk about how was your experience at Platform 1? First education in music.
Yes, it was very nice. I mean, I got let in a bit late purely for the fact that yeah, you did as well, of course. Purely for the fact that I was at sixth form for the first term, first two terms actually, switched over. As I did Saturday Rock School, they did allow me to do switch over and stuff, which was very handy and very nice.
Whatever you did Saturday Rock School?
Of the admins, yeah, I did a few years and stuff, which is good. Got me experience playing.
So me and this man were good friends since we were little.
Yeah, of course.
And we both went to the sixth form together. Found that an education like that really wasn't for us, and we sort of found ourselves in music, I believe.
Yep.
I can say for Tom and myself, hopefully.
100%. And yeah, it's been the life skills that you learn at Platform 1 are very transferable to just playing in the real world generally and such. Yeah, they're very helpful and stuff, and finding what you want to do and stuff, and the various jobs you can have, not just in music performance, but in the wider music industry, which was quite helpful and helped me decide on my path and where I wanted to go and everything. So yeah, it's enjoyable.
If you ever, find yourself stuck, ask your lecturer, because they're there to help you at the end of the day, and they've got more information than us probably. They've got 20 years in the industry, most likely, some 30s, 40, you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So 100%. It's like, obviously go on your own terms, but ask their opinion on what course they think would suit you, because they probably know you as obviously if you're on a college course, etc. for music, or even on a little rock school thing, definitely ask your educational people.
Yes, 100%. Fully. Yes, you can find a lot of advice for your lecturers, especially at my lecturers at university, who I was literally working for them as well on one of their gigs and such. Yeah, a guy called Neil Much, as I already previously mentioned, who was very happy to let me help, and through that I had separate shadowing nights with his sound engineer, who he uses at this in-house hotel at Marble Arch, and that was really cool in building those sound engineering skills generally.
Just got to ask, a lot of people will be happy to have the help.
Yeah, 100%.
And especially for business, if they can have you and they can develop your skills, they'd be happy to have a reliable person that they've trained.
Yeah, 100%. Do you have any other questions for me, Harry?
I don't think so, Tom.
It's done. It's still done.
I think it's going to be a shorter one today.
So what we need, yeah. Quick, concise.
Concise
little thing, yeah.
Tom's waffle.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me, Mr. Wilson.
Yes, sir. Thank you for
very
coming
nice.
on, Mr. Tom Barry.
Of course.
Very professional.
Yes, I hope everybody enjoyed watching.
Yeah,
and we will see you soon.
Yeah, bye.
Farewell.
Bye.